Today we have a very interesting and very short conversation between Lauren, Erasmus and myself. We're going to be talking about Maltix Connect. So what is Maltix Connect and how does it excite both of us we're just bonkers about this, Lauren, aren't we? What is Maltix Connect? What is LinkedIn? What is My Most Trusted?
Yes, Elaine, thank you very much for this opportunity to talk about this very thing that I'm so passionate about. So I've been part of the My Most Trusted group now since 2020 and know Scott very well. And it's really about building your tribe and connecting with like-minded people that understand the value of word-of-mouth referrals. So I think it's just amazing because we know that the problem with LinkedIn is there are so many profiles that is actually does not exist. There's actually bots that is running the profiles. That it's wonderful to know that through My Most Trusted that the person on the other side is an actual person. And if you get to know that person better and you start connecting with them, then and start sharing what your business is about, we are able to refer business to each other, to get to know each other better, and also refer people to us and other people in terms of what we know their service offering is. And we all know that word of mouth is your best type of marketing to do these days. People generally hate being spammed, being sold to. So this is a very nice way of getting warm introductions if people know that they will benefit from our services.
So the LinkedIn kind of gathering people used to be the thing, didn't it? We all used, when it first started, we were all going, connect with this, connect with that, connect with everybody. But actually that doesn't help, does it? It doesn't serve anybody's business. And as you say, the networking piece of it, we need to know, need to get to know, like, and trust people. That is networking. Networking is not pitching up in a Zoom room and say my name is Fred and I sell widgets. That's not going to endear anybody to anything. Certainly not going to sell Fred's widgets. So through the concept, so how I see this working is it's a kind of an overlay to LinkedIn. It's almost like you're bringing people into your trusted network. So when we have access to other people's trusted networks, we can then all collaborate together. And because we know, like, and trust one another, we have no hesitation in recommending anybody within the network to the next person and the next person. I love the concept that matches us with people. Talk us through the avatar. What's the match me piece of it? Why is that so important?
So what is amazing is, for example, my profile is focused on connecting with people in the United Kingdom and United States, especially with depending on the time zone that you are looking at, because in this case where we are part of Maltix, working with a lot of people that's based in the United Kingdom is actually then ideal. And then also, what is it that the person is looking for when they go on the LinkedIn profile. For example, in my case, I say there that I am looking for people that want to optimize their LinkedIn profile and that also want to run campaigns on LinkedIn. So the AI part of the app will then go and search for people that are looking for those kind of services, and then will match you based on that. And you can just imagine, if you don't have got access to that kind of functionality, how on earth are you actually going to know that that person is even a lead of any type of form if you don't know that they are looking for that? And yes, sometimes people are ready to go now. Sometimes they only want to use your services in 6 months, but at least as you are creating that warm lead with that, or that conversation with that person, then at least by the time that they are ready, then they know that you are there for them to help them with that kind of service. So, and it's very important that we also understand that this is not a quick fix. When we are working on this platform, that it is really about relationship building, and it's not a case of where you're not just going to connect with somebody and immediately they're going to take up your services. It does take time, like anything else that is worthwhile in our lives, is that we generally intentionally pursue those connections and relationships with businesses right across the world, which is amazing.
Yeah, very, very important. I've found that since using the Maltix Connect free Chrome extension that I'm not spending hours and hours in Zoom rooms waiting for my turn to say what I do or what my products are. It's never felt right to me. It always feels a bit icky. So this way we get warm introductions to the precise people that we're looking to speak to. So in my case, I've ended up spending far less time. Well, I don't sit in network rooms now. That's it. Apart from a couple that I host myself, I don't sit in other people's Zoom rooms. What I do is target people through the Match Me facility on the Maltix Connect Chrome extension. That gets me direct introductions to people without spamming, and it doesn't feel icky at all. It feels really, really quite nice because you're being matched with people who are on the same wavelength and speaking the same language and have the same ideas. And I've already started collaborations. It's really wonderful. How do people get started, Lauren?
So just to come back to that, Elaine, you and I are actually testimony of how well this Chrome extension works because it's because of Maltix that we are actually on this call right now. And then also what is very important to remember about the extension as well, there's a ranking system that's built into the app or the Chrome extension. So what that means is as you go up into the ranks and the top ones are Super Connector and Trusted Advocate, then obviously when you are intentionally driving it to get to those rankings, then people are also more inclined to connect with you. And then when they see, because this trust meter is available for anybody to see on the LinkedIn platform. So then they are wondering what it's all about. And then secondly, they can see, wow, that this person is really into networking and that they, and we want to connect with other people that are like-minded like us. And I do agree with you that the MatchMe does help in terms of getting, warm leads in a way of people that is your ideal customer. But the other thing that we must remember is that it's also about people that know people that can be introduced to you. And I think that is also a very wonderful function of the platform is, or the extension is, that even though you might not be my ideal client, you might know of other people that I can speak to, that I can also introduce my services to. And I think that takes the coldness out of marketing when you do it actually that way.
Yeah, absolutely. It takes what I call the ickiness out of it. It doesn't feel like we're selling anything. We're just getting to know, like, and trust people, or getting the warm introductions through people that we do know, like, and trust.
I'm just happy to see that there's an actual person on the other side of the call because I know
Yeah.
there are actually companies that make money from creating false profiles that actually do their lead generation through a bot on LinkedIn for them. And LinkedIn, I know LinkedIn try their best to minimize that should not happen, but there are still people that get it right to create these false profiles, and we might end up speaking to something that's not even does not even exist, which is quite scary.
Yes, absolutely. So the way I use it, I've ended up developing my own tribe through the Maltix Connect platform, and also linking that to my Maltix Connect site, my QR site. So I've now got over 200 people in my Perfect Health Hub, which I wouldn't have been able to do so easily had it not been for this. So it's joining the dots up and making things work for your business. It's not about going out there just to get connections for connection's sake. They need to be the right connections and through the right way without the ickiness. So downloading the Chrome extension, which is called Maltix Connect, is one of the first steps, but also making sure your LinkedIn profile, which I know you're very keen on making sure that people don't go out there misrepresenting themselves. So there's various steps to do this, and working your way up through the system is a very simple but requires focused attention process. So we're going to be taking people through this. How are we going to be doing this, Lauren? And how long is it going to take people to build up their tribe?
Yes, so very important. You're absolutely right. Your LinkedIn profile is like a shop window, and we don't want people to land on our profiles and it looks like it's still under construction. That is actually the worst thing that can happen. We want a nicely optimized profile that says what it needs to say without also appearing very pushy and salesy. But it's about what is in it for the customer and putting you in the shoes of your customer, that is the way that your profile should be optimized. And then from there, we then helped him to download the My Most Trusted Chrome extension, which in this case is the Maltix Connect one, white label. And then on that, they will be able to connect with people that can either refer business to them or connect with people that are like the ideal customer as well. And that will help you to, like you say, build your tribe. And I do believe what Scott teaches us, he always talks about don't put crap in the app. And what is wonderful about that is that you build followers for your specific business, your specific niche. And it's like other social media platforms as well. If you are talking about wealth, you want to create followers that's interested in what you are saying about wealth. It doesn't help you to have 2,000 people on in your tribe, but only 20 people is actually interested in you talking about health. So it's very important that we are very intentional with who we want to connect to and who we put that information in front of, because you want them to end up being your customers and not just having random people on your profile that is not of any value to you with the information that you're actually sharing with them.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
then what I love about the added benefit of the Maltix Connect platform is it's completely off the internet, and it's like a safe space where you then advertise and promote and share your knowledge base with your customers specifically for that type of industry. And I think that makes it wonderful because, you know, if you look at where we have gone in terms of the internet and information out there, I'm sure you can remember till not so long ago, you were searching for something and 2,875,000 gigs came up for something. And I'm so happy that, you know, that those days are over because we can go on AI now and actually get more specific information around all kinds of subjects. And this is exactly what Maltix does. It's very specialized. It's very specific information that we put in front of customers that actually want to see the information that they want to see. And that's what we were talking about in our meeting this afternoon as well, is we want to pull customers to what we are sharing and not push it in front of them if they actually don't even want to see it. And I think that's the nice way of actually building relationships with potential customers and becoming more about the customer than really just selling and spamming people with our product offerings and services.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when we were starting the first group very shortly, taking people from what we're describing as zero to hero, so people who don't know anything about the My Most Trusted and Maltix Connect, taking them through various steps. Each week we'll be guiding them on a just once a week meeting, and then they will be supported by us on a WhatsApp basis as well. So they'll be able to grow their network very, very quickly and have access to the 8,000, currently 8,000, and it's growing every week, people around the world who are already connected within this platform. So we're going to be starting that shortly. There's going to be quite a strict criteria because Lauren and I are very time precious, very particular about how we spend time. I much prefer to be playing pickleball than sat in front of a screen on my desk. So we're going to be working out a criteria for people to apply to be. We're only going to take 12 people at a time through this program, and it's free. There's no charge. However, you will be expected to be very consciously working to grow your business, grow your network, and obviously grow your business in due course. So we will be sending details to interesting parties very shortly. Anything that we've missed, Lauren, that we need to say? We want to try and keep this as brief as possible.
I think what is very important that when people understand how wonderful this type of concept is, where with the help of other like-minded people, we can help them grow their business exponentially. It's like compound, the eighth one of the world, which is compounding. And that because they don't have to figure this out themselves with our help, and they can get to super connector level as quickly as between 4 to 6 weeks, it's going to help them tremendously in how they're going to scale their business. And what is going to be wonderful, we're going to have a group of virtual assistants, elite virtual assistants, that will also be available to them to help them with any of the services that they require. So it's not like they have to try and figure this out all by themselves. That's why we're also very passionate about helping specifically small to medium enterprises, where the business owners want to focus on their business and not so much on lead generation or branding or logos or design or whatever the case might be. So we'll also have a full a service package available in terms of that with the VUAs that we are bringing on board. But yeah, it's a very exciting time, Elaine. I think AI has already proved that it's making our life a lot easier for us businesses, but this way we also want to take it to the next level, taking each other's hands and making sure that our businesses that becomes part of us succeed and just do well and keep on doing better and better till, you know, they have to scale again. And then we can hand it over to other people that can even help them with scaling to that extent. So yeah, it's very exciting times, and to be part of this whole network where we will be able to help in this regard.
Brilliant. Thank you, Lauren, for your time today. Anybody who wants to scan any of the codes behind me, you'll see my own Maltix platform is on the Please Join Me one. That's the Perfect Health Hub. On the left blue one, Maltix, weekly Maltix Connect. We run a weekly network with breakout rooms. So there's no pitching. It's getting to know, like, and trust other people on the call. And we've only started that recently. That's also growing. So scan and join the tribe, and look out for our instructions to become part of the training cohort. Thank you, Lauren.
Very welcome, and we're looking forward to hearing from you and to adding you to our tribe. And yes, this is definitely going to be the tribe to be in for sure. Thank you for your time, Elaine. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.